How you doing, Latasha?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing good. So sorry we had to reschedule, but we are here. So today we are going to work on some styling. Oh, I can see that you have actually done quite a bit.
Yes, I've done a little something.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, did
Now
not.
I did get the iframe done, but I know that you said last week that we had to get to do something with a server or something like that. But everything else, I did a little something
Okay, I did not expect this. This is a pleasure. That wow. All right. Well, let's switch up a little bit. Why don't you walk us through what you have learned on your own in those last 7 days.
Okay. So as you can see here, let me see if I can put this like side to side a little bit with. Okay, so if I apologize. Yeah, so honestly, I'm just going through the site, through the website that you gave me to look over, and one of the first things I wanted to do when I was working on the site, and I was going through some of the HTML, and I didn't finish all of the HTML learning, but I did go through a few things. One of the first things I wanted to do, I wanted to do like a cute picture because I really didn't want to put a picture of myself. More so just a fun follow me journey. I guess down the line, like maybe as I start maybe recording myself doing code, or I feel a little bit more serious about getting into the game, then I might change the picture. But I just want something cute and fun and just simple. So that's what made me go with the picture. As I was learning about some of the color into HTML, because you have your CSS style sheets and you have some of the HTML elements that you put in color. As you can see right here, sorry about that. As you can see right here, that's what I did. Put a little pink in it, made it a little, girly, girl code, if you will. And then the picture, that was one of the biggest things that I wanted to do. I wanted to center the picture because I got tired of it being on the left hand side. So I didn't do too much investigating into the why, but more so the how. So this situation right here, as you can see right, this is how I was able to find out how to center the picture itself. And then I also got a little bit into the attributes which you want me to learn into. So I made it a little bit bigger, which you can clearly see right here. That's what I did by, changing the pixel height and width, and then centering it, and then, making the title also centered as well. Also, my assignments will start working on to the tables. So, in the text. So, as you can see right here, I added a little bit of text into the code. And down below, my learning schedule and like the things we're supposed to be doing for the week or whatnot. Now maybe as I get, a little bit down close into it, maybe I can start linking some of the videos that we made here so far into it, so that when you click on it, you can actually not only just see like what the learning objective was, but to actually see the video that it goes to. I haven't done that yet. But I also added a little tooltip in front of the picture there. I felt really special doing that. And once I learned about the tooltips, and then I made the little table, as you can see right here. Really easy, really simple stuff. And I didn't do too many web links or anything like that because, I'm not really into that right now. But like I said, as I get closer down the road to actually, feeling more confident to actually moving into looking for employers and stuff like that, I think that's when I'll go in and, edit and make those changes at that time. But this is really something cute, small, basic, but something that once I really got into the website, the W3 School website that you gave me last week, and I got to actually do some of the exercises that they had on there, that's when it clicked. Like, wow, this looks like it's going to be fun and not just boring. So I think, like I said to before, I'm just really excited.
So what was the most difficult part for you to comprehend and overcome with CSS?
I think, okay, at first, I was just looking through the attributes and whatnot, just looking at what it meant. I think for me, like once you actually do it, and like learn the syntax. Sometimes that can get a little bit difficult sometimes because I'll be trying to like look and see where I failed at, and then I realized how important it is to be so detail oriented in the way that you even write your syntax down. Because if you miss like one thing, for the most part it won't, but also on the other hand, it could just mess up your entire code. It could just mess up your entire thing. Next thing you know, you're trying to figure out, okay, where did I go wrong here? And why is my stuff not coming up? So then that's the one thing I realized I have to be very, very, very particular about, my syntax and my closing and opening tags so that my code can look presentable, and not only that, it will actually appear. Because if you miss one semicolon or one colon, that can possibly mess up, either a small little thing that you're trying to add, or end up just you not even being able to see a whole page at all. Right. So that was difficult trying to like make sure I'm really detail oriented. Learning it and practicing it, the syntax, that it comes with time. And the more you practice it, the more you'll get into it. But I think for me, like being detail oriented and making sure that my syntax is correct is definitely something that was a little bit of a challenge. But as with all things, the more you do it, the more you practice it, you'll catch on to it, and then you'll start to get a little bit more experience with that.
Cool, awesome.
It's modest, but yeah, I really had so much fun. Like, oh wow! And then like once I learned, like for example, like this situation when it like comes up, like that was really fun for me to learn. So I gotta put that in there, even if it's a minor little thing. Like that was something that was really important because I want to like look cute when it comes up.
Awesome. So since you got the basics down, just for those who are going to be watching this who haven't done it before, we're going to do a quick run through, and then I will delve into some more advanced topics. So CSS is the style component of web development, as you obviously know. It stands for cascading style sheets, and the syntax is pretty simple. So just like how in the last episode we talked about how there are HTML tags like the head tag, the body tag, table tag, etc. You can define, you can tell CSS, I want certain tags to be styled a certain way. And then you also have this concept of IDs and classes. So an ID is an individual tag. You use the ID for one tag. And a class you can use across many tags. So there's multiple ways to define a style, and you actually have two of the three ways in your code. Can you go ahead and highlight your style block with the image so that people can see it?
Oh, of course.
Cool. So the first way that you can style something in CSS is by actually putting a style tag in your HTML, as Latasha has done here. Now let's look at this. We have image, open curly brace, display colon block, semicolon, margin dash left colon auto semicolon, margin dash right colon auto semicolon. So let's break it down. You have the image. That's the name of the image tag, obviously. So if you go down on line 18, we see that we have an image source equals images / curly girl.jpg. So this style block will affect that image tag. You start a block by doing an open close parentheses, like how she has done here, and then you put your declarations. So it is the order goes the declaration followed by colon, followed by value, followed by semicolon. So we want the display attribute to be displayed as a block. That's what this first line reads. Now, and then we want the margin on the left side to be auto size, auto fill, depending on your screen. And we want the margin right to be filled out on the depending on your screen. So what is margin left? What is margin right? What is display? So display tells CSS how something should be displayed. You can put it in a block format. You can have it invisible. You can underline it. There's multiple things multiple values that a display can have. But that's basically just how it's displayed on the screen. So margin is the amount of space that is around an element. Okay, so imagine that there's a box. Actually, go back to your get out. Go back. Thank you. So, sorry, my son just walked in. So you have your image right here in the middle. Okay. And as we can see, it is displayed in a block format. It's a square right in the middle. And then on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, there's equal amount of spacing. Now this is what is the margin. So because we put it in a block display, it kind of makes it easier. The perimeter of that white square is the end of that image element. So when we say margin left and margin right, we're talking about the space on the outside on the left, the space on the outside on the right. And by telling it to auto, you're basically saying let the computer figure out what is the equal spacing distance based upon your screen real estate. Now, can you go back to your code, please?
Sure.
Now, the second way this is how you can do things with the style tag. The second thing you can do is you can put a style attribute into your HTML tag, is what you are doing on line 15. Can you highlight line 15? So, as you see right here, we have body, and then we have a style attribute, open equals, open parentheses, double parentheses, or my bad, double quotation marks. And then once again, we have the declaration and the value. In this case, we're saying we want the style of the body tag. We want the background color to be bisque. And this should read pretty straightforward. The declaration is the same as it was in the style block above. You got the semicolon in the middle. You got the colon in the middle, the semicolon at the end. The semicolon tells the CSS interpreter that you're done with that declaration. And that's just short. That's just like if you have something that's just one off, you're not going to ever use it again. You're not really going to lose any performance by doing a style attribute. And why don't you go through for us and explain what you're doing with all of your styles?
Okay. Well, with the first style, as you explained before, that was mostly just more so me styling, if you will, how my image is going to be displayed on the screen. If you don't, let's just say if I did not have that first style tag starting on line 7, ended on line 13, then what the computer will naturally do is it would just naturally rest it over towards the left-hand side of the screen, or upper left-hand side of the screen. So by me placing in that particular command to block my particular image, and by having an automatic left and right margin, it essentially centers the image in the center. And then with my second style tag, as written right here, with my particular text align, so you can also align your text as well. That was something important for me because I didn't feel the need for my text to be aligned to the left, which is something that the computer automatically, the command automatically just has it to the left due to the fact that it reads from left to right. By my putting it into the center, by putting in text dash align center close quotation marks, it just notifies my text to put it into the middle and essentially align it center. But as you can see down here,
do you mind? I'm sorry, but between each one, do you mind highlighting the code so that people can see?
Okay. Sure. So now this technically with this whole styles tag, all of this is technically included. So it technically doesn't go from 7 to 13. It actually goes from 7 to 19. Because I even put in an alternate that says curly girl loves the code in case, for example, my image source, which is images/curlygirl.jpg, does not show up. So that's something that we also need to be cognizant of in case for some reason our image does not show up. At least we have an alternate saying in case, let's say the image doesn't show up for whatever reason, whoever's reading it or whatnot, or some type of text interpreter, it will tell the reader or whoever what the picture is that they can't see it. And now this right here, the style is also in terms of my text. Those two style tags right there kind of show you what I have here, essentially, just the bio and then my text as well. So this right here, and then this, and then this. That's what line 21. I'm sorry, let me just go back down. 21 through 31 are essentially showing just a welcome, my bio, and the text that follows. Now, as you can see right here, starting at line 33, going throughout the table, those, and this too as well, my line 33 to line 69, essentially, those are my two tables. Now, the tables that I created, I didn't really feel the need to put them, like to have them in the center. Just nothing I was really too concerned about, honestly. I think for me and my choosing to do that was mostly just to master the idea of being able to create a table and to understand the concept of just the attributes that I have to, the commands, like the table, right, and the columns and this, that, and the third. I wasn't trying to go too much into that, just by just trying to understand like these basic concepts right here about the TD and the TR. So TD meaning like a data cell, just a regular cell, whereas the R indicates like you be in that row. So those things right there, which is me more so just getting the basics of how to create a table, which is why I never made any specific centering or anything like that. Now I could have, but with this particular objective, my objective wasn't literally just to master the idea of how to make a table.
Okay. So, okay, cool. Well, thank you for that. You show a lot of self-initiative. I'm very proud of you for doing that. So the third way, and which is actually the way that you're probably going in the job you're going to be doing the most, is you can include a CSS file. So go in your project folder under the About Me. Let's make a new folder called CSS.
Is it .css?
No, just CSS.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and then yep. Now underneath that folder, we're going to create a new file, and we're going to call that main.css.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take everything that you had in that style tag. We're going to cut it and paste it in there.
Okay. All right. So we're talking about this right here.
Yep.
All right.
Not including the style tags.
Okay. And we're going to paste it into this right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Now go ahead and save that. Go back to index.html. Get rid of that whole style block.
Oh wait. I'm just okay.
Yeah, you got. Yeah.
Okay, I'd rather just do that and not mess up. Okay.
No, I mean get rid of the tags too. Get rid of everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Now instead, we're gonna use a new tag called I'll use a link tag. So create a new tag called link. No, yeah, there you go. The href instead of master.css is going to be main.css.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead and save that. And basically, this is how you import a CSS file.
Okay.
By using the link tag. And make sure that the relationship is set to style sheet.
Okay.
So save that and then go back to your web page and you'll notice that nothing has changed.
My image went over to the lab.
Oh, wait. Go back to hold on, let me see. CSS. Okay, all right. I think I know. Go back to index.html.
Do I need to get rid of this too?
No. Go back to that href attribute.
Okay.
Get rid of that backslash. All right, try that after you save it. Yeah.
Yeah, like that really. I was like, oh, I got to send to my image because I was
there you go.
And I don't know, something about that just really just, I needed it in there. So that's what made me take the extra initiative. Okay, because I was something, oh, I want to try this, I want to try that. That's what really like made me go.
Yeah,
otherwise, if I didn't have anything pulling me or nothing I desired into the look, I don't think I would have went as far as I did.
Yeah, that's all good. So let's so you have your let's combine your styles that you had for your image. So in that style attribute on your image tag,
okay,
take that width and height and put that underneath what you already had. Yeah, don't include everything that's inside the parentheses, including the semicolon.
Oh, okay. So we're taking this over to the CSS file?
Yes.
And where am I placing this exactly?
Inside of the curly brackets, because
okay,
all those were both, yeah. And go ahead and return it so that it's everything that's on its own line.
Okay, does that look okay?
Hit the return.
There you go. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Now go ahead and save it, and then go back to your index.html. You can go ahead and get rid of that style attribute.
I get rid of this whole style attribute?
Yeah. Because you're putting a style on an image tag, and then you also had an image. Right. So, all right, hit save. Now go to line 10 to your body tag, okay? Go ahead and copy everything between the double quotation marks. I keep saying parentheses.
No.
And so you put a style on the body tag, right? So make a new block called body, just like how you did the block called image.
So where am I going? Oh, just the brand. It doesn't need an ending tag or anything like that.
Just like how you did image, but you're gonna need the curly braces, the open close curly braces. There you go. And inside of that declaration block, Yep. Yeah, and get rid of the quotation marks. Or yeah, quotation marks.
Because I'm not going to be in HTML. Okay.
Yep. And go ahead and space it out. Put it on its own line and everything. All right. There you go. Go ahead and save it and get rid of that style on the body.
Okay. But don't get rid of the body tag. How about that? All right.
All right. Now hit save and then go back to your web page.
Okay, nothing's changed. I get it.
Okay, cool. So we're basically going to repeat that with every. So, but this next one's going to be a little different. Now go back to Adam.
Okay.
So you have that text aligned center.
Okay.
So get rid of that. So you have you have that class equals center on your image tag.
Okay.
So get rid of that. Don't get rid of it, but cut it.
So where am I placing this exactly?
Everywhere where you have that style text align is center.
Mm-hmm.
Replace that.
That's how I'm supposed to put it in the class for every place I have that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just Control X, and then
I'm pasting it here.
Paste it outside of the style attribute. It's its own attribute.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm doing that for here too?
Yep. Everywhere where you have the text align is equal to center.
Shoot. Then I need to do that.
Control Z.
Okay, that's it.
Is that everywhere where you got that style?
Just about, yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so now I want you to copy the style declaration that you have, that text align center. Not
okay.
Just everything inside of the quotation marks.
Okay.
So you use not including the quotation marks.
Okay.
So you use a class when you need to use the same style across different elements. Okay. So head back after you copy that. Head over to the main.css. And we're going to make a new declaration block.
Okay.
And if you want to make a declaration for a class, you type in period and then the name of the class, which you call center. So period center. Now open your block. Make a new line and paste in what you posted. All right. So now anything that has a class of center has that text line called center. So go ahead and save that, and then go back to index and get rid of all those style attributes.
Okay.
And so by putting it in its own sheet, you can leave your HTML very clean.
I see what you're saying. Uh-oh.
Hit Control Z. Hit Control Z.
Okay. The Control Z?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just taking away the style? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. That makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Alright. Now, yep. Now go back to your page.
Yep, looks fresh. Looks the same.
Cool. All right, now I showed you classes. Now let's do IDs. So IDs are used for individual components. So let's go. So right there on your H1 class where you have "Welcome to Girls Love the Code."
Okay.
Give that H1 an ID of call it I would call it important. ID equals.
Okay.
And call it important.
Okay.
All right. Now save that. Head back over to main.css. And then in the new declaration block, you're going to do hashtag important.
Oh, okay.
And open up your block. So this gives it a style for an ID called important.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going to make the color, the text color, red. So you don't have to type in. It's just color for text.
Oh.
And make sure it's on its own line. Cool. So and then yeah, let's call it red. Cool.
That's it. Well, no, there we go.
Actually, let's use some RGB values instead. When you do colors, you can either do hex value, you can do the name value, you can do RGB value, or you can do HSL value. And that's getting into color theory and stuff that I don't really want to get into. But let's do RGB. So you have your red, green, blue values in there, anywhere from 0 to 255. You have 256 different colors for red, green, blue. That makes up all the colors that we can see. So get rid of the word red and replace it with RGB.
Is this all caps?
Nope. And open, close. No, you had it right.
Okay.
RGB. Open, close, parentheses. Not parentheses. Yeah, parentheses. 255, 0, or comma 0, comma 0. So wait, what this is saying is I want the red value to be the max, 255. I want the green value to be 0, and I want the blue value to be 0. So that's the RGB code for the color red. So hit save, and then go back to the web page.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep, red, green, blue. Just mixing paint. All right, cool. Let's add a. Now let's
I want to change the font.
Okay, you want to change the font? Cool.
Yeah, but I was trying to, but I didn't really get into that the last time, so I really had much time to get into it the last time I was working on it. But I'm looking like one of the things I realized that like you get so many fonts from like Google fonts for free and little stuff like that. Because I was trying to find the best web font, if you will, that would be easy on the eye yet reflect the more modern look. Because, a lot of these newer websites, they look much more modern and, not in the dead ages of the 90s or anything like that.
Right. I got what you're saying. Okay, well, head back over. So you want to change the font for everything or just for that header?
I mean, for now, we can do the header and then, for homework, I can always experiment with other fonts.
So inside of that same important block, make a new line. And we're going to call it font-family. Okay. And then Actually, just font. I don't think it's font family. I think it's just font. Yeah, font, colon.
Okay.
And then I don't know the name of it. It's like Comic Sans, Arial. I don't, yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah.
All right, and make sure you put your semicolon and hit save. Wait, I think Arial actually might be the.
Okay, I'm about to say they ain't changed
Hold
no
on.
bit.
Let me see. Fonts.
Let me try this one.
Okay, yeah, my bad. It was font family. Do font family Times New Roman. And you can put several names as fallbacks. So
okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna do
Times New Roman.
I'm sorry. Put it in quotation marks. Double quotation marks. And the word time space new space Roman.
Oh, okay.
And capitalize. The alternate would be times. So you do a comma after the Times New Roman. And then
uh-oh. And then what?
A comma outside of the parenthesis. It's all good. All right, times. And then comma. No, that one doesn't have to be in quotation marks.
I don't? Okay.
Good. And then comma. And then let's do serif. SERIF. All right. Now hit save. And go back to the website. Oh, 1 second. Oh yeah. Try uppercasing each letter in Times New Roman. Each first letter. Yeah. I don't know if it's case sensitive or not, so let's try that. And do the same thing for times. Do the same thing for times, but not for serif.
Okay.
All right, try that. Did you refresh it?
It's not coming up.
Huh. Okay, let's try. Let's see. For web safe font combination. So we got Georgia. We got. Let's try book Antiqua. And so instead of Times New Roman, call it book Antiqua. Capital B, capital A. All right, try that. W3 School says that's a web safe font. I don't really mess with fonts too much because I usually just use whatever comes packaged in whatever packaging I'm using. Okay, cool. That changed it.
That's so weird.
All right. Yeah, I mean, fonts are something because you can create your own fonts and you can pull them in. And most people use Google Fonts, so
yeah.
It's it's not one of those things you're gonna, as a developer or a designer, unless you're going to be in the business of building new fonts. Not really something you're going to spend too much time with. Now let's head back over to the table, and let's add a border around our table. So let's call. So under your first table, let's make it a red border, a red solid border, and then on your second table, we'll make it a dashed black border.
Okay.
So go on your first table. Let's make it a give it a class. Both of these will be classes.
Okay.
Your table, give your table a class called border dash red. No. Class equals.
Oh. Equals border dash red.
Mm-hmm. And then on the second table, do class equals border dash black. And you don't need that semicolon.
I don't. Okay.
All right. Then head back over to your main.css. And we're going to make a new declaration. And it's going to be a class. So it's going to be period border dash red. And make open and close bracket. All right, new line. And type in the border property. And we're gonna make it 2 pixels, so 2px. Okay, and semicolon. And then on the next line, we're gonna do border dash color. And we're gonna make that red. So you can do RGB or you can do red, doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right, and then semicolon. Now go ahead and save that and refresh your page. Go. Did you border dash red? Did you spell it right on the other one? On index.html.
Let's see here. So class equals border dash red.
Okay, go back to main.css and instead of border, call it border width. Instead of border equals 2 pixels, make it border width, border dash width. And then also on the next line, do border dash style and make that equal to solid. Well, no. There's gonna be 3. There's gonna be 3 total. Border dash color.
All right. Oh, this dash color. Okay.
And get rid. You got an extra.
I see it.
Cool.
This is border dash style.
Yes, and we're gonna make it solid. All right, now save that, and then let's go back.
I see it.
Cool.
Who is this table? Are we gonna do something different with this one?
Yeah. So for border black, we will do so. Yeah. So make a new class declaration. We're gonna call it border dash black. All right. There you go. Now we're gonna do border width. You can keep that 2 pixels if you want, or you can make it whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So just 10.
All right. Cool. Now the border style, we're gonna make it a dash.
Dash. Okay.
Yeah. And then we're going to do the border color. We're going to make it black. And then the border radius, we're going to make it a rounded border. Okay? So we're going to do border radius. And then we're going to make that 10 pixels. You give the radius a pixel.
Okay.
All right. Now save that and then head back over.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. Cool. So check out the border CSS property, and there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with it. Like for example, you can make one side a solid border, one side a dash border, one side a dotted border, and then on the top there is no border.
Wow. But you have like wow, you have an open polygon essentially.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So you can mix and match for left, right, top, and bottom, and that'll be your homework. You can mess around with that border. Okay. So
okay.
So the next thing is so far all of these declarations only have one property one tag or class or ID associated with it, but you can actually put multiple selectors in a CSS declaration. This is called combination. So for example, if you were to put, look, you got border black, and if you were to make another declaration and did like border black space TD, then that would basically be saying all. Go ahead and do it. Yeah, go ahead and do dot border dash black, and then space.
Okay.
And then TD. No, space TD after black border.
Okay.
So what this is saying is we're going to make a declaration on every TD that is a direct child of class border black. Okay? So this is only going to do the TDs that are in the second table that you have, because it's got a class of border black. Okay?
Okay.
Now let's make the background color blue. So put on a new, yep.
Did you want me to do the RGB or
sure.
the blue for now?
Sure. Okay. All right. Now hit save. And go to the website.
Oh wow. Okay, I see. So you're basically highlighting all of your cells. with
Right.
that information.
Right.
Okay.
So that's called a combinator, because you're only selecting, subsets of what you want.
Okay.
So you can do children and you can do siblings, but most of the time, the vast majority of what you're going to see are just children. Okay, so if you look at a CSS file and you see multiple selectors on the line, then you know that you're talking about descendants.
Okay.
All right. That actually is pretty much it. So your homework is, you know what? We'll do two more things. Let's do some margin and padding. So go back to well, you've already did margin. You know how margin works. Let's do padding. Okay? So on the next line, no, next line inside of that, you're still inside of that block.
Okay.
So we're gonna do padding. Padding left. Padding dash left. Yep. We're gonna make that. Let's make that 5 pixels. All right, and then we're gonna do padding right, and we're gonna do 5 pixels, and then we're gonna save and refresh.
Okay.
Let's do make it 50 or 25.
Can't see it.
Okay, go back.
Is it because it's in the TD?
No, we want it to be in the TD.
Okay.
Padding. You know what? Let's move it. Move both of those to the border black. Move it to the declaration up. So just cut it and paste it in the one above. And hit save. And
I see what you said.
Okay.
So you making space within the cells,
exactly.
Not outside of the cells, but within them.
Yep. So margin is for outside, padding is for inside.
Okay.
Okay. So you can play around with that. I'm sure you don't want it to continue to look like that, but yeah. So margin, padding. You've already done height and width. We've done some fonts. Here's what I want you to work on. Let's So I already talked about the borders. Let's do some of the padding and margining. Play around with some different text based off the different areas of the web page. So you'll have to add more IDs and classes. And that's it. Yeah. Play around with that. So next week we'll do an introduction into JavaScript.
Okay. Which is funny how I got that on there.
Yeah. And then after we do the intro, we'll basically start the next week. Well, we'll probably actually spend 2 weeks on JavaScript, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably spend 2 weeks in JavaScript. But afterwards, we'll start doing intermediate level stuff. And HTML, you're pretty much done with. That's the
You said
easiest.
what again?
So you're pretty much done with HTML. Everything that's just memorizing at this point. So we'll go into more intermediate CSS and JavaScript in the following lessons after we do the intro to JavaScript.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
That's pretty. You pretty much got it.
Okay.
Yeah. You definitely shortened this lesson with your initiative.
Awesome. And so JavaScript, that's going to actually make the website alive, or is it going to be much more like user friendly in which the user can engage into the website a little bit more?
Yeah, it gives them interactivity. So
Okay.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of things.
All right, anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right, well, I mean, honestly, it was a great lesson, mostly just, getting comfortable with, just, everything that I really had a chance to learn. But at first, for some reason, I wasn't able to get to the exercises, and then I was just looking at, because, my first was just trying to know what the attributes in the classes meant. Like, that was extremely just boring. That literally made me fall asleep. But once I found out where to find the exercises and actually start doing it, then it's like, oh, wow. Like, I was actually able to bring alive all the cool stuff that I've seen. So I'm looking forward to next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Latasha. We'll look forward to. We can go back to doing Thursdays next week.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I won't need 7 days after this.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Talk to you then.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.